We are back, everybody, on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. It is the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John, the weekly digest version of the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classifieds. We've just been listening to Board Op Peter complain about the dump and his sorry state of life that he has to live by. And I'm sorry, Peter.
Yeah, there's that. But the cool thing is now it's time for our most popular segment.
Says who?
Sports. Says anybody but Perry Smith, who's still in here, guest picking for Kyle Jellings.
I still like the news director.
Yeah, there's that. All right. So we have our Mr. Sports on the phone. Mr. Sports, you're there, I hope?
It was not a good week for me.
It's not a good week for anybody, okay?
It was for me.
No, it was not a good week since I still have Adrian Peterson in my fantasy football team, okay? So let's not talk good weeks. Let's talk Dodgers for a change there, Doug.
Okay.
Congratulations. You finally made the playoffs.
Yes, very stressful,
Finally.
but we made it.
It took such a long time. So a guy whose team clinched, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I don't remember.
Easy.
Did you see what
weaker division.
Did you see what the Orioles did for Derek Jeter last night?
Oh, let him have the game-winning
They
hit.
let him have the game-winning hit. That was really
He just
sweet.
threw it up there.
Yeah, the underhand. It was an underhand pitch. What do you expect?
Mr. Sports,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
still concerned about the pitching going into the playoffs.
Am I or am you?
Both. I am. I don't know what you are. You're supposed to tell me.
I'm not concerned.
How can you not be concerned?
I'm not. I just think Clayton Kershaw's dominance kind of re-energized this team.
Okay, it's one guy, though.
It's
The rest
Kershaw,
of them are not consistent.
It's Kershaw and Greinke and pray for rain.
Exactly.
Isn't that right, Mr. Sports?
Yes, that's right. But let's just wait till the playoffs. Let's wait till for
So
it to
they're
start.
going to open up against St. Louis, I think, right?
Yes.
St.
I
Louis
believe
at home.
so.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Who's
Wainwright.
Yeah, Wainwright. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Why is it every year we end up playing the Cardinals in the playoffs? Every year.
And you got the Giants and the Pirates.
Yeah, for the wild
that'd be
card.
kind of interesting.
Give me the Pirates in that.
Oh, really?
How can, let's throw this out for a quick discussion. Do you like the format of a one-game wild card playoff? Or should they squeeze in 2 out of 3?
I think it should be 2 out of 3.
I think it should be 2 out of 3, but I kind of like the one game.
Yeah.
The one game wins it
I
all.
think next year they want to expand the playoffs into November, so I've got a feeling they're going to do something with that.
Yeah, I think they almost have to, but expand it into November. Have you been in, say, I don't know, let's pick a team that has a legitimate shot to be in the World Series. Baltimore in November? It's cold.
Yeah.
It's snowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go on the record right here, right now. I'm going to say there's a better chance of a Nationals-Baltimore World Series than there is of a Dodgers-Angels World Series.
How can you say that?
Simple, easy. I don't like the Angels starting pitching. I think the Dodgers bullpen's a little bit shaky.
A little.
And their defense is non-existent. Okay.
Honestly, I'm already taking the Cardinals to win it all.
Yeah, that's not a horrible pick, but.
Over the Nationals?
I am, yes.
Interesting.
All right, so let's talk football. Are we done? Are we talking about
Okay,
for a
John.
little bit? We can talk football.
It's all about you. It's your world. I just live in it.
All right, well, I pick Chelsea if we're talking football.
There. Hey, did you see that game the other day? No, we won't talk soccer. We won't talk soccer for those Americans, because Doug would have absolutely nothing to say.
You're right.
Of any use. Wait a minute. Why is that any different than normal? We can talk whatever we want to talk about. No, okay. What is wrong with my Redskins? Everybody's like, oh, Kirk Cousins is better than RG3. No, he's not.
I can tell you what. They're just not very good, John.
Thank you.
The talent just
what I've been
isn't
saying
there.
from the start. I like Deshaun Jackson. I like Albert Morris. I think the running game is okay, but they're decimated with injuries.
But I would ask this question the Redskins overall for the last how many years have they been not good?
It's been
There's something they're foundationally wrong. Is it
Yeah.
Dan Snyder?
I don't think so because I don't.
He goes through coaches. He spends money. There's something wrong.
I think he's slowed down with that. He used to be the let's get. I mean, we were like I think they were a team that had probably 1992 or 1993 Hall of Fame written all over it. Unfortunately, that team was in 2003. All these guys are 10 years past their prime. So, but all right. So, Mr. Football, you watched. I'm sure you watched UCLA destroy Arizona State last night.
Absolutely, and I think they benefited, obviously, from playing the backup QB.
Yeah, but do you think they're back? Because you scored, 70-some-odd points?
I think it was 62.
62. I stopped watching after a while. It was kind of embarrassing. I don't think that was all just the fact that the quarterback wasn't there. I think UCLA may be back.
Yeah.
I want to see one more road win before I say they're back.
All right. Typical standard stuff. Florida State, famous Jameis Winston, who... really dumb,
Big
but
wow.
snuck by Clemson.
Can I interject something real quick?
I think you must have to.
Mr. Football, I know you probably saw this, but when Arizona was playing Cal the other night, I went to bed. I couldn't take it anymore. It was 38-13 going into the fourth quarter. I wake up and they had won. They scored 36 points in the fourth quarter. How did that happen?
You know, it's the quarterback. It's a true freshman in Anu Solomon.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been saying this the entire season so far, is it's finally Rich Rod's team. There's nobody else from Stoops on that team.
You know something? I'm going to get somebody on who can talk Orioles baseball with me. I get accused of being a homer, and all you guys do is talk about Arizona football.
That's right.
You know how many
Let's call
people really,
Showalter.
you know, really people care about Arizona football in all of Santa Clarita?
Probably more than
2.
Baltimore Orioles.
2. All right, Mr. Football, you're still Mr. Sports. You're turning into Mr. Football when we come back. We're making our picks. We're reviewing the standings.
We don't need to do that.
I don't think we do. I think we might not have time. You know, we keep talking. We'll talk Dodgers. We'll talk more Dodgers when we
We'll
come
have
back.
plenty of time for the standings.
We might. All right, you're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM 1220 KHTS. We'll be back.
We're back, everybody, for the last segment of the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. It is time to go over the standings from our picks for the whole year after week 3.
So how about those Dodgers, Doug?
In last place,
how do you feel
I
about the
hate to
pitching?
say this. I don't know how I can say this, but in last place in our picks is Mr. Football with 6 correct picks and 9 wrong.
Go Giants.
In third place is Mr. John Rogers with 7 correct picks and 8 wrong.
Go Redskins.
Man, that was a great game last night.
Yeah, thanks. At least I didn't have to pick it.
Second place, Kyle Jellings, the station manager here at KHTS, with 9 correct and 6 wrong. And maintaining his hold on first place is none other than the publisher of the Santa Clarita Gazette.
Number 52 in your program, but number 1 in your heart.
122.
122
Anyway.
in your program.
With 10 correct and 5 incorrect.
I guess that puts me in 125th place.
Our station manager, I guess, decided to take the day off, so sitting in for him is Perry Smith, who's going to do Kyle's
I'm
picks.
calling foul. I think Kyle goes 0 for 5 this week.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go. We got to get going. First
All right.
game, Green Bay at Chicago. Mr. Football.
I'm
Wait, no,
picking
wait a
Chicago.
minute. Doesn't Doug get to go first?
Okay.
Yeah, first
place gets to go first all time, baby.
Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. I'm going Chicago.
Green Bay at Chicago?
Yep.
Who does Mr. Jennings have?
We got the pack.
I've got the Packers.
Okay.
You know what? I'm reverting and going back.
Uh-oh. Everybody's going to pick up a game on Doug.
And you're doing Packers?
Yep.
Okay. Carolina at Baltimore. Tough one. I'm going Baltimore. What's Kyle doing?
Oh, we're Panthers. Sorry, we got the Panthers.
John?
Yeah, Baltimore.
I'm going Baltimore.
That's a tough call. You like that? Yeah, I'm going with the... Yeah.
All right. Here's another tough one. Philadelphia at San Francisco. I'd say San Francisco's coming back. By the way, are we going to time to talk about the Cardinals? Anyway.
No, we're not. They're off this week.
Did you
We already
see
talked about St. Louis.
Did you see how the Cardinals did against the 49ers? They dominated them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going with the Niners against Philadelphia. Kyle is?
We disagreed on this, so I need an official call because I liked the Niners and he said Eagles. But seriously, Kaepernick is due for a comeback
Yes,
game.
he
They're
is.
not going to slump again, especially at home.
Oh, you get? Well, he gave you his proxy.
He did give me the proxy, so I'm going to use that proxy
There you
and go
go.
49ers.
All right.
Sorry, Kyle.
Okay.
Kyle is this.
John.
Eagles.
Really?
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles. I'm with Mr. Football on this one.
Right?
All right, here we go.
There you go.
Another interesting game. Very interesting. New Orleans at Dallas.
It's a Sunday night game, right?
Yes, Sunday Night Football is New Orleans at Dallas. Oh,
Dallas' secondary is awful.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
going. I got to go New Orleans.
You can't underestimate Tony Romo's ability to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
This is an easy one. I think everybody's
Yeah,
going New
Saints.
Orleans.
Okay,
Mr. Football, are you going to be the contrarian and go Dallas?
Heck no, I'm going New Orleans.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've learned. I'm going to
All
pick
right.
the Giants.
So we're all wrong or all right on that one.
Yeah.
And Monday Night Football, next Monday night, excellent game. New England at Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City.
New England.
I like the Pats.
Okay, so,
I like the Pats.
okay.
Oh, we're all
Oh.
picked. Doug is coming back to the
Chiefs'
pack.
defense is hurting, man.
Yeah. And either you're coming back to the pack, Doug, or you're going to lap the field.
Yep.
I got a feeling it's
Very
probably lap the
interesting.
field. But-
Okay.
all right, so Mr. Football, which game are you watching this week?
Philly.
What's the Philly game? You think
Yeah.
that's going to be it, huh?
No, I might watch Buffalo Houston
Yeah, really?
Why?
because Buffalo leads the AFC East, and I like Houston.
Okay. Just their defense is kind of
Yeah. I think
good,
the offenses are going to surprise.
I think their offense is a little suspect.
I think C.J. Spiller goes off.
Ooh, I like that.
What? Let me ask you this: on the San Francisco 49ers last Sunday night, Dan and the boys at halftime, the coach.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
No, the coach that does the
Oh,
commentary.
Jay Gruden.
No.
Okay.
At halftime.
I'm done guessing, Doug. Why don't you tell us what you're talking
Anyway,
about?
Dungy?
Yeah, Tony Dungy.
There we go.
Those gentlemen were talking about how concerned they were with the San Francisco 49ers downfall. Do you agree with that, Mr. Football?
I'm afraid for their defense.
What I heard even worse than that is, and this goes back to college ball. You see how Michigan got destroyed. Okay, and
Utah,
they're
yeah.
talking about firing the coach, and guess who they're going to hire? You heard it here first.
John Gruden?
Jim Harbaugh.
I agree
Oh.
with that, John.
Jim Harbaugh. You heard it here first. Jim Harbaugh is going to be the next coach of the Michigan Wolverines.
That's where he played.
He was a quarterback there. He doesn't get along with the ownership in San Francisco. Am I right?
3
Mr. Football?
games into the season, you're already calling this
I'm
turmoil.
calling the shot. You heard it here first.
It's very intriguing, and I
last,
agree with it,
maybe.
actually.
Oh, he agrees with me. Great. We're
right.
both in last place, so
Mr.
that means a whole lot.
Mr. Football,
For
you just
now,
got-
John, for now.
we have a few seconds left. Any parting thoughts on the season so far, this week's games?
We talked about Houston-Buffalo, and I want to continue with that. I think the secondaries go off as well. I think they play a very good game, and lots of turnovers.
Okay, so
right.
that's the game you're watching.
Yes.
All right.
All right, that's not a bad pick. That's an early game. Maybe I'll come over. We'll talk.
Beautiful.
All right. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. It's been a wonderful show, gentlemen. Thank you so much to Perry Smith, the news director.
Always a pleasure.
Kyle Jellings, in his absence, is also greatly appreciated.
Nah, I don't think he gets that.
Yeah, where is he?
No, the fact he's not here is great.
I want Fridays off.
All right, Santa Clarita, we'll be back next week.
See ya.